before I say anything else, let me say something that's not related to this video. It is, but it ain't at the same time. And that is when you have an instinct of something, intuition, a gut feeling about someone, something, a situation. Don't just trust it, obey it. Yeah, thank you. Now, related to this topic, this is back when I was fresh to spirituality. This is when my wings are itching to awaken. There is this statement I heard this guy Joe Dispenza say. When it comes to survival, he says, it's like an animal in the jungle that is a prey or that is trying to get away. Is that a time for that animal to be himself? No. Why? Because he is trying to survive. Just like that, guys, you can live in a survival without even knowing it. In this video, I want to talk about how to get out of survival, and most importantly, things that keep you to a survival frequency. Hello, beautiful people. My name is Alula, and welcome to Awaken the Ego. I want to do a good video today, and that is how to get out of survival. And most importantly, things that keep you tied to this frequency. Don't you know abundance is a frequency? Luck is a frequency. Everything is a frequency. You know what I'm saying? Now, I want to talk about this word, nervous system. I must admit, when I first heard this word, I just didn't want to hear it. I didn't want to pay any attention to this word. Now, if you guys are at this stage of your awakening, yeah, nah, just hear me out. Now, why is a balanced nervous system so important? Because, guys, your nervous system, the way it runs, will introduce you before you even speak. You know what I'm saying? Now, a well-rounded nervous system can only be achieved, guys, by knowing yourself, and most importantly, accepting yourself fully, even with your flaws. This is why our neighborhood gangster becomes so attractive to the woman around there. A woman would see this gangster and think, yes, he does crime. I don't like it. But look at him though. This is the fascination with these gangster figures. He walks into a bar and people are just stunned just by his presence alone. This gangster says, yeah, if you decide to be something, you can be it. That is what they don't teach you in church. He says, kneel, stand, sit. If you go around believing that kind of thing, kid, I can't do anything for you. And the kid says to this gangster, Mr. Costello, what should I believe? And he turns around to the kid and says, if you're facing a loaded gun, what is the difference? And that statement, that whole bar just stunned. Silence, respect, admiration, all that. Now that kind of nervous system can only be gained by A, knowledge of self, B, is spending a lot of time in isolation, aka knowing yourself, discovering yourself, and also working on your trauma. You know, and also, guys, the most important thing to know on this subject before I go any deeper is that your internal world creates your outer world. This is the most important point. Every single person must internalize. Seriously speaking, like most people look at the outer world or look to the outer world to affect the inner world. That is wrong. That is so wrong. It's the other way around. Now let's get down to the points. What are the things, guys, that blends you to the survival frequency? Oh yeah, let me just say this before I go into this point. And that is, if you want to test to see if you are in a luck frequency or abundance frequency or in survival mode, how do you act when you go to the grocery store? Do you A, look at the price, B, just go and get the things that you want? If you look at these two situations honestly, questions honestly, guys, this will show you whether you live in survival or abundance. You know what I'm saying? Now, what is the first thing that keeps you connected to this disgusting frequency, survival frequency, which, guys, runs billions and billions of people? This is the reason why a hardworking man works 16 hours, 12 hours a day, and still doesn't seem to get ahead. The problem is not his work. The problem, guys, is his frequency. You know what I mean? The first one is fear. Oh yeah, fear, guys, is one of those biggest frequencies. Once it penetrates your consciousness, guys, this puts you in a survival mode. Now, this first point goes really well with the story that I told about the animals in the jungle, about fear. Now, lion is the only animal that, well, other animals also, ego also, but the reason why a lion really stands out is because he doesn't have fear. This is the reason why man say, I haven't heard of a lion, yo, is because of how the lion is. Other animals, guys, look at a lion and they want to get away. Lion looks at them and sees lunch. Now this animal When he is in the presence of a lion, he cannot be himself. All he wants to do is get away. All he wants to do is run to safety. All he wants to do is move with the herd where he feels protected. Why? Because of fear. Just like that, guys, every time you feel fear, that, guys, reduces your aura. That puts you in a survival mode. This is why this society runs on fear. You turn on the news, guys. Fear, 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 fear. Don't think this is because of fear. It's because they want to put a fear into you. All right, let's get down to the next point. What is one of those frequencies? That keeps binding you to a survival way of being, and that is lust. Oh wait, this is a big one. Lust, guys, is a very, very heavy frequency. It's one of those frequencies that once it enters you, guys, you begin to live and luck. Now, lust and sex are two different things, guys. Like I said, lust wants to take. You know what I'm saying? Lust says, I want. Lust says, chase. I want it now. Especially when it comes to relationship. Let me tell you something. Once you start moving like this, especially women, will flee from you. Why is that? Because your frequency says, I like something. Your frequency says, I need you. You see what I'm saying? This is why pornography is so like easily accessible. Once this frequency enters you, now you have to act right when it comes to women. Now you're gonna cling to women. Another point, reason why women like gangsters is that he has put his crime as his primary mission, nothing else. He might see a woman and go, hey, have a chat with her or say a comment and just keep it moving. Let me tell you something. That man lives in abundance, and women can't get enough of such a man. Now, how do you begin the transition from survival to abundance, which is your birthright, by the way, which is what God wants you to be in this world, abundant, just like He is. Guys, the first one is you need to start learning all the things that you learned. Funny enough, when you go through spiritual awakening, this is what God will do for you. He will give you a brand new book to write your history once again. This is what the Christians keep talking about, being born again. But I must warn you, the process is hell. Only you chosen ones, 144,000 of you, know exactly what I'm talking about. The learning process, guys, is one of the most painful things you shall endure. It's basically losing your identity. Now, before you get to this point, you're gonna have to begin to question everything that you learn and go back to it, assess it, review it, see where this fits in your life. Me, I went through my whole programming. I deleted many of them and kept the useful ones. And guys, that's how we're moving forward in the year 2026 and beyond. Now, the last point that I wanted to keep, guys, is for the last one. Now, this one is for you guys that have watched this video up to this point, and that is your trauma. Don't ever underestimate your trauma. Don't ever underestimate the experiences you had when you was growing up. These things, guys, shape you to become the person that you are today. Especially when it comes to survival or abundance. Now, how you grow up, guys, or the people that you hang around, like you grew up around, will determine this. But if those people were people who are living in luck, guys, remember, this does not need to be your life. But you got to confront yourself in order for you to get past this. Yeah, like this video, subscribe to this channel. And good morning. Yeah.